Good morning. It's quite early here. If you don't know who I am, I'm a teacher here in Dubai, and I'm going to be making a day in the life of a teacher type video. It's quite a different day in the life of a teacher. Currently on lockdown. This is my 5th week of lockdown. It's a Thursday, which means it's the end of the working week here in Dubai. Now, I've also got virtual parents evenings today. I say evening, it's going to be happening throughout the day. I'll explain that a little bit more as we go into this video, but I'm a little bit nervous about it because I've never done anything like this before, so I'm hoping to be able to give you some tips once I've actually been through the process and seen what it's like. Hopefully it goes well. Crossing fingers, so let's see. So I'm ready for today's parent consultations, and as you can see, for the first time in a long time, I'm actually wearing a shirt and tie and normal trousers. So that's almost like a first tip, is to make sure that you still dress smart for your consultations. Now, I've got no idea what to expect today because I have a good understanding of the parents, of the children, but at the same time it's quite difficult because the parents have been the ones who have spent the most time with the children recently. So I'm going to be having very open discussions with the parents today and just seeing how they're getting on. I'm also going to tell them where they were before the whole breakup and the lockdown, and then also just see how I can support them further. So I think that's the general rundown of my plan on what I'm going to be doing in terms of parent consultations, and I'll see how it goes basically. Let's look at how I'm going to set up today. So a quick run through of everything that I've got at the moment. AirPods for connecting to the MacBook. You'll see I've actually got my laptop propped up on a Weetabix box. Now, if you saw my previous video, that means that if I've got calls and things like that, there's less chance of parents looking at my nose, so the angle's a little bit better. I definitely recommend having a notepad for any parent consultation so that I can take notes, especially for this one in particular. That's pretty obvious, and then I'll probably film at some point on the little tripod-y thing. So parent consultations are about to start now, and hopefully they all go well. To be completely honest with you, I have no idea whether I'm going to be too busy to vlog today, which is why I was a bit hesitant to vlog to start off with today, but hopefully I can still be a bit informative. I think it's quite good to film certain days that are a little bit more challenging, especially days like this that are completely different. So hopefully everything goes well. One of the things I'm getting a little bit stressed out about at the moment is the fact that I've got some targets that I need to send out to the children at the same time. I've also got codes to be able to log on to the meetings, and all of these different things have to be sent out and received and done all in a very finite amount of time. So I'm quite stressed out about that, but I've got everything open, so hopefully that preparation pays off in terms of having everything ready. So fingers crossed on that one, but yeah, that's definitely something I'm a bit stressed out about. So I had this weird contrast going on my face where I've sort of had one bit darker, so I've just set up this big light so that one part of my face it's more balanced basically with the lighting. So that's just an example of how much difference the light makes. So I've had a few meetings now, and to be fair, they've gone really, really well. I'm really shocked at how well they've gone. Parents have been fantastic, the children are really receptive to the feedback, and I'm really happy. I was expecting a lot more technical difficulties, but the SLT have set things up in a way that supports quite effective meetings. Now, the turnaround for the meetings is quite tight, so it's a simple case of how's everything going, asking questions, but then also then giving the targets, and then pretty much going straight from there then into any other questions, then into the next meeting. We've got these 5-minute windows where we can transfer times, but sometimes meetings go over a little bit, so things going well so far. I've got a break time now for about an hour or so where I'm just going to try and take some non-screen time and then have a bit of a coffee break, and then I'm on the laptop for about 4 hours then with a range of different meetings. The meetings this time are a bit broken up, so I've got like a meeting for 10 minutes, then I've got like a 10-minute break, and so it's a bit strange. I almost prefer to have it in one big block, but never mind. I bought one of these things, and this has been a little bit of a blessing in disguise. It's like a little mini presso thing. Now, the aim is that when I go traveling, this will be a bit beneficial, but it is a really good little system. I don't have a proper coffee maker, and you put your coffee in there, and then you put it together as so, with the water in this one, and then you use that to press the espresso out, and then I make the milk, and Then I've got a little bit of a homemade cappuccino slash latte thing, so, or latte if you're posh. Coffee ready. The other thing I've been trying to do more and more is make ice cream. Now, I spend an awful lot of money on protein ice cream, so I've tried to make my own. Now, it's not the best effort. It's like a blueberry protein ice cream. It's a bit frozen, but it tastes amazing. So back to the parent meetings, and so far so good. It's a little bit niggly because it'll be parent meeting then a 15-minute break, as I think I said before. They've gone really well. It's nice to see the children on a one-to-one level with the parents. It's also nice to make sure that the parents are okay because they're the ones who are supporting the children at the same time. And they've all done really well so far. It's nice to get some feedback on the lessons and know that everything that's going on at the moment is positive and that everything that we're putting in hard work towards has paid off. So at the same time, another really good thing is that parents are sort of recommending websites, so that's really cool. So I've just been recommended a website that should and has given me a free Roald Dahl book, which is going to be really good because our topic is Charlie and the Chocolate Factory at the moment. That's another benefit of these parent meetings and catch-ups, is to hear all about different things that they've innovated and used with their children, so that's really cool. So the meetings are now done for the day and everything's been really good. I, funnily enough, feel very tired now. I think it's due to the amount of screen time and amount of concentration, making sure that everything's sent out and sorted. I'm feeling quite tired, but plan is to have some food and get a bit of motivation to maybe do some exercise, fingers crossed. Still got a couple of meetings that are going to happen next week due to availability and things like that, so that's on the cards for next week. But the meetings have gone really well, to be fair. Everyone's been quite positive. Obviously there's always going to be some sort of feedback onto how things can improve, but generally things have gone quite well. A couple of tips I would give you if you happen to have virtual parent meetings: make sure that you are sorted for your own Wi-Fi. Little tips like the box, like I've said about, just make sure that you've got things set up properly. Be aware of your background so that you've not got weird things set up in the background and you've not got a messy background that is going to be distracting. At the same time, I've had AirPods that have worked really well with the laptop, just to make sure that the audio is quite set up, because I know that some people find audio quite difficult depending on the laptop that you've got. In addition to that, just make sure that you follow the same sort of guidelines and tips that you would with any general meet the teacher parent consultation type thing. I've got a video for that and I'll link that up here somewhere so that you can click onto that and see some other general tips in the last 5 minutes or so of that video. Other than that, things have been really good, so let's see what else I can get up to during this day. It's now technically the weekend, but I've also got a couple of other bits and pieces I need to do before finishing up on the school online systems. I can't lie, as much as it's nice to wear a shirt and tie for a little bit of the day, it's so much nicer to be able to get back into some gym wear, as it's way more comfortable. The rucksack. I brought a rucksack up here and we've got obvious water. This is a lifesaver. It's like a fitness band. It's quite a high resistance for a band. There's lots of different things I do with this. And then we've got clothes for padding and then a couple of 5 kilogram dumbbells. So there's lots of different things we can do with that. So there's a reason why I don't do this fitness malarkey for a living, and that's because I really struggle to set up shots and film and then come back and set up a new shot. I'm not going to do it. So I'm going to try and finish the workout now. Hopefully I'm going to spend under an hour, fingers crossed, and then hopefully it goes all right. But I'm getting a bit fed up of set up the camera, do the exercise, it's not happening. So workout finished, day pretty much done. That marks the end of the video, and tonight I'm just gonna try and do a little bit of editing of certain videos to upload that this weekend, and just take the opportunity to have a bit of a chill. So hopefully you find something in this kind of strange, busy online digital learning day video useful. If you've find something useful, then feel free to like it. I always really appreciate that. If you're new to the channel, then feel free to subscribe. In the corner, I make a range of teaching and traveling content, and hopefully I will see you in the next video. But for now, I'm out.